will really look like it's a very big problem. But the fact is, like, the reason why we want this information available to the communities is because if they see that there are hazards in their communities, then they can respond, they can plan. And in fact, in Dagupan City, this idea worked. This community-based response is worked. I mean, Dagupan City this year, I understand, had 0 casualties. They evacuated ahead. And so with this community in San Mateo, they knew what is there in their community, the hazards there, and they prepared for it. They actually have their own boats. So that's what we're saying. Actually, that's why we actually put together this site, abscbnnews.com/disasters, so that I mean, there are solutions available, and people can contribute to these solutions.
Okay, quickly, Dr. Ramos.
Yeah, thank you. One thing we're doing with Map Central in our work with the ABS-CBN is that we're integrating already available technologies into this. You don't really need a website available for you to get information in. You just text information into a website, and we could get that, grab that, know how high the flood is. And we could also disseminate this. Text the same site, the same number, and get information on how high the flood is. So we could do that easily.
Okay. So we'll have last words from Governor Salceda and UC Carolina. Who wants to go first? You first.
Importante dito kung institutions, lalong-lalo na ang hindi po pwedeng ganitong sitwasyon na walang gobyerno. Pangalawa, kailangan talaga ng social preparation. Ibig sabihin, gawin kasing ordinaryo pag toothbrush, pamalengke, ang pag-evacuate. Yung po ang tinuturo namin. At saka pangatlo, siguro kailangan titingnan talaga natin yung incentive system natin.
Incentive systems?
O bakit ba naman yung marami patay, yung bakit pa yung maraming damages, doon pa napupuntang project? Parang yung rewarding. Does Albay get rewarded for 0 casualty? We have a very strict, in other words, na nagsisira ang aming management reputation pag maraming nasira. Ibig sabihin, bulok yung pinagawa. So,
pero
are they being rewarded? They're being punished in fact. So, in other words, yung maraming ni-report na damages, doon na pupunta pera. Yung maraming, siguro, madali na dapat kung ang isang lugar may namatay, dapat from national government down to the last barangay captain mag-share doon sa isang 1 million. Bawat patay, bayaran ng 1 million yung pamilya. Kasi kasalanan nyo yan. Dapat walang namatay. Kasi 0 casualty yung goal.
Yun ang gusto mong criteria.
Ang sinasabi ko, I'm using a very extreme. So people will put in their mind that 0 casualty should be the goal.
DRR is the name of the game. Disaster Risk Reduction. So, okay. USEC Carolina, you will have the last word.
Preparedness is really the key. Prior to Piping, the secretary held several RDCC meetings. That's why there are no casualties, for example, in Cagayan, and in some areas where preemptive evacuation was undertaken. Also, in preparing for Ramil, a lot of preemptive evacuations were done. Of course, as the governor was pointing out earlier, that was frustrating because Ramil didn't. But we were prepared.
Okay naman yung frustration na yun.
That's right.
I don't mind being frustrated in that way.
Manolo commented on it.
And in a situation like this where everybody would like to help develop capacity in preparedness and to contribute, I think more lives can be saved.
Yeah.
I think I want, sorry, may I? Last. I think as early as now, for the next disaster, I want the NDCC to assign everyone here a role already. And when the disaster strikes, I don't have to fight for my role, you know? So, ngayon, let's do it now. And I want to know what my role is when the next disaster comes.
Manolo, I think that's about it.
And that's it. That's a wrap for the ANC Forum, Wired for Disasters. I'm Manolo Quezon.
Okay, and I'm Tita Monzon-Palma. I'd like to thank everyone and all of those who joined us in our Twitter, in our Facebook, in our ANC alerts. Maraming salamat po for sharing their insights and experiences. We hope this will give us lessons and help us prepare I hope not, for future calamities. Remember, dealing with disasters is not one person's job. It is everyone's responsibility. And whose accountability? That's all the time we have. We'll see you next time around. Thank you.